suggesting that you stay away from the fire.
What's up, Raider Nation? What's up? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And just where is that? Well, shit. Let me give you a landmark. It's just down the street. Past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask my man Joe. He's a gentleman and a scholar, but he's a man of commerce. So look at what you should. He's going to point you in the right direction. He's going to tell you to take a left and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the street, minding your own goddamn business, a cool breeze hits you that chills you right to your skeletal core. And you find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? You goddamn right. Should I venture down that deep dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. And as it is typically on Tuesday, but sometimes on Monday, and this week it's going to be Monday and Tuesday, it is the Raider Nation Report. With yours truly, a solid 60 minutes of everything silver and black, as we have a lot to get into. You know, of course, I hope you watched my post-game reaction, instant reaction right after the game, which was of joy and, levity. It's a happy, happy day. Like we didn't know we were going to beat the kitty table dwelling Lions. I mean, I almost. Carlson doesn't miss that kick. I straight up nailed the prediction. Nailed it. Yeah, I mean, go check the website. It's on there. You can go check the the other ones that I got wrong, but this one I was very damn close. I predicted a 34-24 victory, and it was 31-24. If you'd added in that 3 points that we really should have had, I was really, really right on the money. So, short week. Here come the chokers. We'll get into all that because we do got 60 minutes. So, thank you for joining me. As always, I appreciate any second you stop to spend with me on Raider Reaction. Without you, we're nobody. I'm just some fucking jackass sitting here talking to myself. So, thank you for joining me, each and every one of you. We appreciate you because you guys, quite frankly, you're the shit. Oh, yeah, you know it. So, let's get right into it. Big news of the day. Man, every now and then, there's just a story that comes across my news ticker, and it just makes you laugh, because you're just like, God damn, I can't even make shit like this up. So, I thought it was fucking hilarious, and I equated it to, it's last call. You know, you're looking around the bar, and you know, you don't want to go home alone, so you're glancing around the bar. And that's kind of like what the Raiders were doing when they were looking for a linebacker a week or so ago, you know. It's last call, and you're like, who's here? Well, I got over here. I go over here. I got this one over here, man. I took her home on a one-night stand, but then I never called her again. Should I go talk to her? Well, we decided, shit. We're going to go talk to that one-night stand. Hey, what's up, Brandon Marshall? So, because we were that desperate for a linebacker, we wouldn't hit up that one-night stand. And then we took her home again. And then he was like, God damn. Now I remember why I didn't call you the last time. And so, down the same road we go again. The walk of shame Brandon Marshall has to take out of the Raiders facility once again. Like, they're like, fuck, man. The paint ain't even dry in your motherfucking locker yet. I just made you. I just put your name plaque on your new jersey. You only wore that bitch once. Gone. Didn't even go through a laundry cycle. And that motherfucker's gone. Already. So, you know, that's what happens when one night stand, you didn't call it back. You're going to go knocking on that door again, and you think it's going to be a better scenario. There's a reason you didn't call it back the last time. Now, you ain't going to call it back again. You just done got desperate. Now, look. Now, you're toying with their emotions. That's just wrong, man. It's just wrong. Playing with their fucking emotions, man. You're going to toy with that donkey, man. Shit. He'll be alright. Maybe I've been sensitive. He's got a bigger pile of money than I got to fucking fall on, so fucking get on down the road. You'll be alright. Now, apparently that was to make room for Isaiah Johnson, rookie, corner, 4th round pick, coming off IR, and we need a roster spot for that young man at corner. So, fortunately, business is business, like my man Raider Chris said. Business is business. Had to go. He had to go. Now, that was your big news of the day, and probably the other big news, which I don't even know if it's big news, but I guess it's big news on a Monday after a win, I guess, is when you bring somebody in, and you bring in DJ Swearinger, who's, I guess, is a name that you know. Is it? I mean, he's nothing fucking exciting. Yeah, you just knew the name. You're like, oh, wait, I know that name. And then you go look at what he's done, and you're like, all right. But you look at this guy, and he's a defensive back who basically plays mostly safety. So I start looking at our safety positions, and I'm like, as safety? Safety is not my biggest spot of concern right now. I'm not out digging through scraps at safety. I mean, we're already out picking up Brandon Marshall and bad lighting in the back corner of bars. Shouldn't that be where we're looking? A fucking safety. DJ Swearinger? You know, no. I mean, no. No. Carl Joseph played every fucking snap this last game. Every snap. Helped seal the deal. Had some banging hits again. I love that kid. I love the way that kid plays. When all this talk about Carl Joseph getting traded in the offseason was just, my blood pressure would go up every story I heard. Like, why the fuck are we talking about trading this kid? This kid was a hit in a draft. He was one of the diamonds that we found that we should be retaining from the past regime. Don't get rid of this kid. Fuck that. So he gets a penalty every once in a while. Those are aggressive football type penalties, man. If you get a penalty at safety for lighting some mug up once in a while, well then, too bad. I'll take those every day. I'd almost give you a like soccer. Here, you get a yellow and a red card. Now, that, you know, you light the first guy up, I'm taking the yellow card. Now you go out there to light another guy up and get me another 15-yard penalty, I'm setting your ass down. Okay? Now, I'd be fine with that. You get one. Because I want you to go out there and set a tone, man. Somebody goes across the middle, and I don't care. You know, fuck all this PC pussification of football shit. Football's a violent sport. And all it takes is one. One guy comes across the middle, and he gets carried off the fucking field. Everybody else in that wide receiver fucking squad is going to be thinking about it the whole goddamn game. I don't care. Just saying. Make yourself known. That's a position you are. There's a reason it's called safety. You are the last outlet. Shit hits the fan already by the time it's gotten to you. So if you don't lay the wood on somebody, hey, you got to me. I'm the last line of fucking defense. Literally. I'm gonna light you up. And if they throw a 15-yard fucking penalty on me, so what? 15 doesn't equal 6. Alright? That's just 15 yards. That ain't 6 points on the board. So I'm fine with that. I'll give him a yellow card every game. Carl, you go out there and you light somebody up every game. You are allowed to light people up until they throw a penalty on you. And then you gotta dial it back in for the rest of the day. Just a little bit. That's what I would say to him. I'm fine with it. Play like that. So what the hell are we out looking for DJ Swearinger? Eric Harris is playing fine. I know LaMarcus Joyner, I think, has gotten a little bit of a raw deal by some of the fan base. I'm not that. I don't feel that bad about LaMarcus Joyner for the most part. I think most of that issue with a little bit of the defensive backfield is just time and playing with each other a little bit. And, you know, we just added Mullen in there. You got rid of Connolly. You made that move. So you're going with youth. Isaiah Johnson's going to be getting worked in the mix. So this defensive backfield is kind of still a moving and growing and evolving thing. Worley gets burned, Chris, but then he goes out and he makes plays like he makes with one hand, making plays in the end zone. Listen, I think the football world as a whole has a bad expectation of what a cornerback should be. A cornerback in the NFL, especially the way the rules are slanted towards the offensive side of the ball, it's much more of an NBA style. They want fucking high scores and they want a lot of offense. The way it is slanted now, if you are an NFL corner, you are set up to fail fucking at least 50% of your day. You're going to fail. But it's how many times you make that big play in that crucial time that stops drives, that stops the first down, doesn't continue drives, keeps them out of field goal range, stops scores in the red zone. Those are your plays that these guys are going to make. They're all going to give up touchdowns. I don't care who it is. There's no guy out there that does, in this day and age, that's not going to give up a touchdown. Every one of your number one cornerbacks, you're going to be sitting there, shitting at some point in the game. Oh, what the fuck, man? How are you going to leave him? Every fucking one of them. These guys are trying to corral deer, basically. What they're trying to cover, and they're not allowed to touch the motherfuckers at all anymore. So it's a whole different thing. So, when you're a corner that plays at a high level like that, you have to take risks to make plays. So to go for an interception sometimes, you're taking a risk and you're giving up a little bit of an angle on the ball. So if the guy catches the ball, he's going to get some yards, but you thought you had a chance at a pick. Now, if you didn't try to make that play, you're never going to get it one. So as long as I see a guy like Worley who's out there, he's in the mix, if he's missing one every now and then, he gets a pass when you make a fucking play like you made in the end zone and completely kill a scoring drive and completely flip the field and just flip momentum on their ass. So I'm okay with Worley right now. Is he perfect? No. But if you go look at every other number one corner, it's the same. There's nobody in this league that's like that. I mean, even Jalen Ramsey. We all, oh my God, for weeks they were stroking him, how he was the greatest thing since sliced fucking bread. The best thing since the invention of the wheel. And then he comes out, every time they stuck him out there, he was getting lit up. It's just the nature of the beast if you're a corner. You hopefully make that big play at the big time of the game, but you don't typically just shut teams down anymore. Half the time they shut them down is because they don't go to them. Some of these quarterbacks are just scared to death of them because, they suck. Because they suck. So, obviously, I hope you like and follow our Facebook page. But if you haven't, follow our other social media outlets. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on the Twitter. And follow us on, or subscribe, or whatever the fuck you do on YouTube. RAIDER ReACTION Webcast. Check us out. Check out our website. Check out all that shit. Follow us everywhere. And follow our sister page on Facebook, The Commish. It's got my fucking ugly mug on the profile pic, so it should be easy to find. Just, it's an alternate page if we gotta leave this one, because, they like to censor and shit. We don't need to get into all that. So, enough of that shameless plug. Let's move on to where we currently sit in the annals of football in 2019. Where we sit in the AFC West, where we sit in the playoff picture, where we sit in the wild card, and who we're chasing. Currently, in the AFC West, we are sitting in the 2 spot, but something has happened over the past couple weeks. Fucking Phillip Quivers and the rest of the Sparklers have tripped and found themselves a couple victories and are now on a 2-game back-to-back winning streak, I guess. Back-to-back wins. Winning. It's the shortest winning streak you can have. But they have won a couple. They're the only team right now in the division who has won multiple games. Everybody else is just on a 1-game little streak. Just coming off a win. So they're 4-5. This is our first tangle with the Chokers. First tangle this season with them. We get them later in the season too. Our second to last game. But they're on a little bit of a resurgence now. Coming off a win. Like I said, back-to-back wins. Coming into Thursday night. Short week, just like us. We're also coming off a big win. Emotional win. Return home after a goddamn month and a half. Traveled halfway around the fucking globe. Come back, get it done in Oaktown, right in front of the fucking home crowd. Place is going nuts. You have the defensive stand at the end of the game. It was a nice win. So you've got, the juices are flowing, man. The mojo's flowing now. Everybody's feeling good. You got oh yeah, we're feeling it. We're feeling it. Life is good. Thursday night, prime time, under the lights. You gotta come to Oakland. You fucking sparkling bastards. You gotta come to Oakland. There's gonna be no yellow and blue there. So it's gonna be very interesting. Interesting to see if they can continue their hot streak. Or can we continue ours? Right now, Derek Carr, he's on a pace, man. He's a little over 71% completion percentage. And this is at week 9, man. We're going into week 10 of an NFL season. And he's played every snap basically. And he's 71% completion. He's only thrown 4 interceptions. Call him Captain Dink and Dunk. Call him what you want. He's being efficient and he's moving the ball. And he's doing it all without a number 1 wide receiver even on the fucking roster. He's got a bunch of impersonators all playing one spot up from where they should be playing. And he's getting it done with a rotisserie of wide receivers. It's like one of them fucking hot dog carousels at 7-Eleven. He just throws it to whoever comes up next. You even saw a Marcel Aitman sighting this weekend. What was Aitman in? Hold on, let me check. I think Aitman was in the game a total of 4 fucking snaps. And one of them was that play. Oh! You're open? Here, catch the ball. And the fact he doesn't have a number 1 wide receiver, is it a liability? Yes. Is it something we're going to come in? Could be our Achilles walking into the playoffs? Yes. Or do we walk in? It's everybody knows it. Walking into the game, that it's our deficiency, what have you. But the one thing about that is you don't know who we're game planning to gash you with this week. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Hunter Renfrow? We're going to come out with Waller. What are we going to do? We're going to mix Richard in a little more in the passing game. Zay Jones, Tyrell Williams. Who are we going to go with? Or is it just going to be a complete mixed attack upon you? Without having that true number 1, takes away having a number 1 to key on. So, DC's been killing it for me too, my brother. Him and my boy Josh Jacobs are fucking eating it up for the Silver and Black Attack, coming off another big victory, sitting at 6-3. Yes! Oh, yeah. I'm a fucking homer this year in fantasy, and I don't give a fuck. Boys are doing work. They are doing work, and I am happy about it. So you don't know. It's the fact we don't have a number 1 wide receiver. It is what it is. But you're looking at the AFC standings. So you come into this game. The Chiefs are 6-3. Mahomes, is he coming back soon? It should be soon. We're going to work on that fucking voodoo doll a little more here. Our little Mahomes voodoo doll to, help out and make sure he, goes back to where he's coming from, in the very near future. Just a slight little nudge along your way, little Mahomes. All's fair in love, war, football, and voodoo, motherfucker. Just saying. Oh, what happened? Oh. You're way off cue. You're fired! Oh, that was me. So, moving along. So in the division race, we're basically we're 1 loss behind, 2 wins behind. So you're teetering in between a game and a half, back on the Chiefs right now. And we just need to keep pace. So this game's big. You beat the Chokers in this game. They drop to 4-6. They take a division loss. And you step to 5-4, and you stay right on the Chiefs' ass. You stay right on their ass, because if they slip up, and right now they got a target on them, man. Everybody in the AFC they're playing, they see that they're one of the top teams in the AFC, and they're getting everybody's fucking A. They are getting everybody's A game, and that's part of what you get. And we just got to stay there. Now, I did not pick us to win the division at the beginning of the season. I mean, it'd be great to fucking win it, and it's still possible, still doable, but I honestly still think we're a wild card team this year. That's where I had us pegged. I had us picked at 9-7 and grabbing the wild card. Big L and Prime both had us at 10-6 and in the wild card, and I just think that's realistic. So you got to look there. In the East, you've got the Patriots leading at 8-1, and the Bills, shockingly, are sitting behind them at 6-2. So the Cheatriots are gonna win this division, man. The Bills are a cute fucking story. You'll go slam your bitch through a fucking table and throw a couple snowballs and slam some beers and que sera, sera. They're a cute little story, but they're not going nowhere. I'm sorry, the Bills aren't going nowhere. They're 6-2, but they're in front of us in what we're looking up the bracket at the wild card. Now, the other one that is throwing a logjam in front of us for a wild card is the AFC South. You're either looking at the Texans at 6-3, who own a tiebreaker against us because on a head-to-head defeat, or the 5-3 Colts, who we own a head-to-head tiebreaker against by way of a head-to-head defeat. So those are the teams you're looking at. Both of those teams, one has one less loss than us, one has two less losses than us. So it doesn't take a fucking mathematician to say if we take another one on the chin, this early in this wild card race, it could really, really hurt. And it's going to drop us down to that next tier of fucking teams. Those teams that are right around 500. We got to step up out of that. Because if you're looking at the way things break out mathematically, those are the three fucking teams you're chasing to stay in the hunt with. It's those three teams that are probably going to be the teams most likely to get a wild card. The Colts, the Texans, one of them is going to win the division, one of them could take the wild card, and then you got the Bills. The Bills are 6-2. It is what it is, man. They're 6-2 halfway through, so you gotta count them in your equation. You have to until they start to fall off. So right now, you got to play week to week, and you got to get up for this game, because as much as you got up for last game, and I didn't say it last week, but I wanted to, it was that close. It's not a must win, but man, it's really fucking close, because these are teetering games. You can lose one here or there down the stretch, and it's not going to murder you. But these teetering games, right in the middle, when you've already put yourself back by losing games at the beginning of the season, you've already put yourself back and put yourself behind the 8 ball. So when you get to these teetering games in the middle of the season, like the one we just left, you were sitting at 3-4. You want to be staring at 3-5? If you're staring at 3-5, nobody's talking about us today at all. Nobody's saying, "Oh man, did you see them Raiders? Them Raiders are for real." You wouldn't have heard a fucking word. They would have been saying that about Detroit. Oh, it wouldn't have been about us. It'd have been done. 3-5, you're not even in the conversation anymore. You'd have looked at the standings. Hell, at that point, you're behind fucking the 4-4 Steelers. I mean, you wouldn't even be in the conversation. You would be completely out of it. I mean, you'd be below the Jaguars, the Titans. You'd be out of it. So that was a teetering game. You put yourself to 4-4, and look what happened. You woke up Monday morning, and all the NFL outlets were talking about the silver and black. Did you see what the Raiders did yesterday? They were resilient. They fought back. They finished the game. Did you see the stand? Did you see the play? The toe tap from Renfro. I mean, we were on the highlight reel. We were in people's mouths. That's where you want to be on Monday. If people ain't talking about your team on Monday, that means you did something wrong on Sunday. And we didn't do anything wrong. We got the job done. Got the job done, and that put us in the conversation. So this again is a teetering game. You're right now, you can't drop to 4-5. You drop to 4-5, and it drops you back into a whole nother group of fucking teams, and now you're just fighting to even be on the bubble. You can't get off the bubble. Not yet. You just got on the son of a bitch. So now you got to fight to stay on the bubble. You got to win this game. You got to go to 5 and 4. You got to put a little pressure on the fucking Queefs. You have to. You have to. You got to put pressure on the fucking Queefs a little bit. You got to turn it up just a little on them. Somebody say something about purple drink? God damn it. Somebody out there. I tell you. Don't be mentioning the purple drink, man. Jawalrus will just pop up out of nowhere. Come on, man. You guys know the rules. This is simple rules. Come on. This is what happens when, you play with dark forces like voodoo and shit. To try and, just saying. This is things that happen. You know what? That little motherfucker is supposed to be coming back. Where would you like to stick? I'll let one of you pick. Where would you like to stick our little Mahomeless voodoo doll next, Raider Nation? Somebody throw it up in the comments. I'll let you pick. Be creative. Come on. We score high for creativity. It's been weeks. He's due. He's due to be skewered again somewhere. So I'll let you pick. The knee. Well, see, we got one in the other leg, but we need to go for we should go for the injured leg. I mean, that's just ruthless. I like it. See, we already got one in the shoulder, the throwing shoulder. In the eye. Al says, fuck, you can't do shit if you're blind. Stick me in the eye. Shit, we tried that with Deshaun Watson. We tried to kick his fucking eye out. That didn't work. Fuck. The throwing thumb. Damn. Cody's getting fucking specific. He's like, I want the fucking second knuckle on the thumb. Kind of to the left side. Just a little bit. Like right. Yeah. That's where. Right there. Uh-huh. He's getting fucking specific on me. Shit. Oh, let's see. I like the injured leg. I like the injured leg. Although I did like Al. I ain't gonna lie. The fact a blind quarterback can't do shit for you. Oh, come here, you little Mahomeless. Come here, you little bastard. I'm gonna get you, you little motherfucker. Come on. Yeah! You go all the way through. Fight. Deal with that, you little prick. Fucking. We're not right here at Raider Reaction, and we never claim to be. Read your disclaimer. Oh, you didn't get one? That's because you showed up late. God damn it. We handed them out before the show. We give you yours subliminally. Somebody say weed. I said subliminal, Marijuanovich. Nobody said anything about weed. Jesus Christ. See, this is what happens. You said something about purple drink. Jamarcus comes around. Marijuanovich is usually typically right behind him. I think they roll together. They hang at the same bar. So, moving along. If you haven't joined the official group of Raider Reaction, the dark side, the Raider Reaction Empire, click on the group tab on our Facebook page. Come to the dark side. Join the official group. It's a real, raw, uncensored forum where you can talk craziness like I do. And we provide you a forum to do such with all of our admins, all the members of the hype team. All of them, which are too goddamn many to mention. Just look for their hashtags. They're around, sprinkled like Easter eggs all over all over Raider Reaction. I need to have a list like printed here because I don't like to do a rundown of the hype team because every time I try to, I forget somebody. So I need to have like a list so I can like my shout out list. But you know who you are, and you guys is the shit. So I wanted to, since we're at the midway point. And, you know, these guys have just come out of college. And Leslie, you're a bad, bad girl. Damn you, Leslie. since these guys have just come out of college and they know all about grades, I thought let's do some midterm grades. And I want some audience participation. With some midterm grades. And we're going to work from bottom to top. Now, I know that's difficult, so stay with me. Bottom to top of the first Mayock Gruden draft class. And how they're performing. We've seen them now through 8 games, 9 weeks of an NFL season. We've seen them through preseason. So, let's start with round number 7, pick 230 in your 2019 Oakland Raiders draft class. Quentin Bell, defensive end. Well, if we'd have to issue a grade for Mr. Quentin Bell, we'll grade the class as a whole in a second, Bill. We're going to grade them individually first, and then at the end we'll grade the class as a whole. But we're going to start with Mr. Quentin Bell. We're going to work from the bottom to the top. Obviously, he's not on the team currently. He's not on a team currently, so Quentin Bell, do you give him an F? Like a D minus? Cause he's incomplete. I like it. See, David's cold. He's just like, fuck it. He's an F. So's Bra. He's like, fuck it. F. Jamie's like me. I give him a D. He played a little. Got a jersey. F, D. All right. Incomplete. Yeah, I agree. Kind of, he's in there. All of those would fit. It's just, it's kind of a peek into your psyche. Those of you guys that said F, incomplete, y'all are a little more compassionate. D's, you F's, y'all just some cold-blooded motherfuckers. Just fucking F. Leslie, F minus. Damn, Leslie. Harsh. Hunter Renfrow. Round 5. Pick 149 out of Clemson. Hunter Renfrow. Man, over the past couple weeks, they are starting to hook up, and Hunter Renfrow, slow start, I'd give him a B. I'd say a B. Me and Trent, see, we're on the same page. I'd give him a B. I wouldn't say B plus yet, because he had a slow start. I'd say he started out a C, was kind of average, and then over the past couple weeks, he's definitely stepped up a grade. Now, if he continues that, he's definitely going to bring that grade up. I mean, he's A material, but he's on the rise. He's on the rise. I would say a B and looking solid. That's a nice pick, man. Round 5, and you found an NFL starting wide receiver caliber guy right out of the gate, and he's starting his rookie year. 4-4. I mean, he's starting. This isn't a team that sucks. They're in the conversation in the NFL this year, and he's a starting wide receiver. Solid for round 5. Round 4, Foster Moreau, tight end. Pick 137. This kid, we have one of the best tight end combos in the league, and then you got guys below them like Carrier out there who's making plays too. I mean, our tight end tree is solid right now. Tight end tree is solid. Foster Moreau, I would also give a B to. I would say a B plus. I'd say he's been a little more steady all the way through. I could see a easy, Nancy. Come on. Easy. Damn. Now, I don't know if I could go an A yet. A minus? A minus, B plus? I would say A minus, B plus. Although you got to consider, we got to grade him on a curve a little bit. A 4th round pick. Come on, David. You got to remember, he's a 4th round pick when you're grading this kid. So the production you're getting out of him, he's basically damn near playing like a starter out there at tight end. I'd give him an A. I'd give him an A. Easy now. God. Hey, can somebody get a wet hose for the audience? Cold hose. A wet hose, like as opposed to a dry one, I guess. Jesus Christ. Let me get with the fucking program around here. Fucking all off on sound effects and everything tonight. What kind of fucking shit show you running around here? Oh. Yeah. A- B+ for Moreau. Isaiah Johnson. He's coming off IR, so TBD, to be determined. Incomplete as well, I would say. But he's still on the roster. So I would say an incomplete. An incomplete. That's what I have to say for Isaiah Johnson. But his grade, he'll still have a grade at the end. Max Crosby. Mad Max. Your 4th round pick. 106th. Eastern Michigan. Who? They said? Who'd the Raiders draft? Oh yeah, that guy. Man, A. I give Mad Max an A. Before the draft, nobody was talking about Max Crosby out of Eastern Michigan. A. A. This dude's money. This guy is he's the real deal, and getting this guy.
He shoots, he scores!
Nice work. This guy's gonna be a Raider for years to come. A. Round 2. Trayvon Mullen. He's obviously he'd earned somebody's respect enough to cut the guy in front of you and give you the spot. So he earned somebody's respect enough to, in camp and in practice, to say, it's your time, kid. Let's see it. Let's do your thing now. So he's a little unproven. I would give Trayvon Mullen a C thus far. C+. C+. I'd give him a C+. Because I haven't seen enough yet. He should have a high passing grade. Ooh, I think it's a little high, Jamie. I think B+ is a little high. I'd say C+, maybe B- so far. But Trayvon Mullen has a very high ceiling. And by the end of the season, hard to tell what his grade could be. And hell, within a week or two, I could be, A. But in a week or two, he could also be F. It's the life of a corner in the NFL. We talked about this before. Moves to our 3 first-round picks. Jonathan Abram. Incomplete. A big incomplete. But I think this kid's a keeper, man. It's unfortunate, but I think he's a keeper. So I got to give him a C, a D, an incomplete, to be continued. It's unfortunate about that one, but I like the kid, and I think he's a keeper. And you throw him in that secondary next year, and man, I can't wait to see what that kid can do in a full season. I really can't. He's a Raider. He's got the Raider mentality. He plays like a Raider, and I can't wait. Can't wait to see what he's gonna do. Can't wait. Can't wait. So incomplete on Abram. I think obviously by he's a fan favorite. The Raiders love him, and I can tell by the A's we see thrown up in there. I mean, you giving him an A after one game, just on potential and promise, and basically that he's a Raider, and you can tell he's a Raider just by looking at him. Josh Jacobs. fuck. How high can I give her a higher grade? A+ with Dean's List, President's List with honors. The dude's already broke Marcus Allen's record for rookie yards. A+. Trent, just keep it going, brother. The pluses behind it. He's everything and a bag of chips. He's all of that. All of that. He has surpassed everybody's expectations. I'm in a dynasty fantasy football league, and I am a fucking rolling the dice gambling motherfucker. And when I think my team has a playoff run, every year I trade my whatever commodities I have to make a playoff run. And over the past couple seasons, I've gotten in a bad rotation where I've traded away my first, second, and third for like a big trade during the season right before the trade deadline. And so then I come to the draft, and then I got to make a big trade right before the draft to get myself a pick somewhere in there. And I'm drafting low. And it's been that rotation for like 3 years. So coming into this season, I did not have a first, second, third, or fourth round pick because of some trades in previous years. And I traded my first, second, third, and my first in 2021 to take the first overall pick in our draft so I could draft Josh fucking Jacobs. And right now he's leading the Silver and Black and Tactics 6-3. I'm shocked. He's exceeded my expectations. I thought he'd be good. The kid's one of the top running backs in the league, let alone fucking rookies. And he is the real freaking deal, man. And if this kid can stay healthy, to have a guy in this generation who's not a fucking goddamn diva, prima donna, oversensitive little bitch who doesn't want to come off the field every time he gets a bump and a fucking bruise, that wants to stay on the field, that you can't make go to the tent, that you can't make go to the bench, that refuses to be on the injury report, that wants to be out there. You can't make him stay off the field. That's a special kind of running back, and you just don't have those running backs in today's game anymore. You just don't have them, and we got one. And man, I was saying it before the draft, and it was, when I get one, fucking I like to hey, I'm not right all the time. But I was saying all the time before the draft, I expected in the late first or second round for them to go after a running back. I really thought it was going to be the second round. I'm not going to fucking say I called the first. I didn't. I thought it would be the second round. I really thought we would go after a running back, and I thought we were going to go after a running back high. And everybody told me I was crazy. We won't go after a running back that early. There's nobody that good in the draft. Blah, 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 blah. And what happened? Josh Jacobs, we jump up, we grab him with the 24th pick, and here we are. We're all rocking his jersey. The kid is the real fucking deal. And he comes in, and man, I get the coach's tape because I have NFL media credentials. I get the coach's tape sent over from the league offices, and I get to watch this kid from the back view where you can dissect the holes and the moves that this kid makes in just... You just watch a drive where it was the Josh Jacobs drive, where it was the majority of him, and you just watch the moves that kid makes when you watch the coach's tape. It's a thing of beauty, man. It's a thing of beauty. This kid reads holes and defenders like he's reading the Sunday fucking paper. It's like nothing to him, and it's poetry in motion. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I haven't seen something like that in the silver and black in a long time, and it's a beautiful fucking thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, and it's A++++++. Now, our number one pick, 4th overall, your most disgust of the draft picks because he was the one we took first. What do you think about Farrell? What do you think about Farrell? I would say he's Most Mario a C-. I'm curious to see what the consensus is. Al a B-. Not bad. A B from Mike. Mike Sarah. Jamie. Rocking the top fan. Andrew Farrell was the one that made staff. He did. Good point. I was going to bring that up. You saw a lot of Farrell this game. C. Canyon Stone. I still say this sounds like a male stripper. Up next on the runway, Canyon Stone comes out with his fucking hard hat on and a fucking thong. C. I give it a C. I think he's a C. Working on C+. He's been, I'd say C+. C+. I don't think he's been the disappointment. He hasn't been the guy that's got the splash plays, but he's right there when they're happening. And some of the things that he's doing are causing some of the plays some of the other guys are getting, and he's going to get his. And as Andrew mentioned a little bit ago there, he was all over Stafford's ass this week. All over. So I give him a C+. C+, teetering on a B-. Now I've been thinking about this, Raider Nation, and let me get your input on this. Let me just stop the show. Let's just stop and talk. Just us. I've been thinking about this because I do get the coach's tape, and I know that a lot of people don't get to see the coach's tape. But it is a little boring. It doesn't have audio with it, and it's. But if you're a football fan, and do you think it'd be worth? Typically, we'll be doing the condensed version of the game so that everybody can relive the victory. We always do that after a win. But do you think after a win, we should do a little of the coach's tape, a little breakdown show one night a week so that you guys can see a little of the coach's tape as well? It's, we could fast forward and hit through the high points, but I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about maybe that... maybe a short little freaking coaches video breakdown show or something where we could roll through it live. But you see some very interesting things when you see the coaches tape because it rolls through what it gives you. It gives you 3 shots of each play from different angles. And you get to see everything, man. You get to see everything. It is really pretty cool. It takes a minute to run through a game. But it is very cool. And, everything I get, I always want to share with you guys. And, it's hard for me to have the time with all the other shit that we do around here to be able to break it all down and dice it up and then, package it and give it to you every week because we already do that with the entire rest of the game. So to do that with the coach's tape would be tough, but maybe that's something we need to bring in. Put that in the suggestion box. So, there's a little, What? Yeah, I'm getting to it. What? It's fucking mouthy today. It's a little thing I like to finish my show. It's a little segment that I like to call the WTF. What? Yes! The WTF. Now, I could go anywhere with this. Those of you that have been following me for a while knows I could really literally go anywhere with this, so... But I'm staying local today. Silver and black, and let's keep it relevant to the subject at hand. Shall we? I'm sitting watching the game with my son. He's 13 years old. He's a football fan. As many of you know, Commish Jr.'s my fucking sidekick. He's with me at the games where he's seen as much live Raider football as, hell, more than a lot of adults. This kid knows his shit. So I love watching the game with him, man. He's my little homie. We're watching the game, and we're constantly talking, and you see Mad Max, man. blow through the line, just completely blow up the play, blow up the freaking offensive lineman. He's in the backfield, reaches out, one hand freaking tackles the running back as he flies by. My son's like, wow, look at that. Penalty. Flag on the play. And he's like, flag? Was he offsides? What happened? And then they called it. And he's looking at me. And he's like, tripping? I thought tripping was like, you know, if you like kick somebody's leg out from underneath them from like behind or, you know, something like. He's like, tripping? He used his hand. I was like, yeah. He's like, isn't that a tackle? And I'm sitting there, and, you know, this is a 13-year-old boy here who's asking me these questions. And I'm looking at him, and I'm trying to come up with the answer. Isn't that a tackle? How is it tripping if he used his hands? How can you possibly trip anybody if they see you coming using your hands? He's the defensive lineman. I'm pretty sure the running back seen him coming. So it's not like he blindside tripped his ass. He was running by him. What the fuck? It's football. If a 13-year-old thinks the rule's fucking stupid, it's probably fucking stupid. Huh? In your face, sucker! Tune in tomorrow night. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. Thank you for joining me. As always, I appreciate every second you guys spend with me here on Raider Reaction. You guys are the shit. As a whole draft class, we never really got to the whole grade. I'd give them a B. A strong B+, man. There are Jacobs, Crosby, Foster Moreau, Hunter Renfrow. Trayvon Mullen is now your starting corner. Isaiah Johnson has been brought back on the roster. Abrams, a future starter, probably. I mean, Farrell's still getting work done out there. Solid. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Got another solid show planned for you. Again, I really appreciate the support and everything else. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, the Twitter, Raider Reaction Webcasts on YouTube. Make sure you like and follow our sister page on Facebook, the Commish. And like and follow us on the Raider Reaction page all damn season. We're right here. We got more freshness all season. Make sure, check us out. Check us out. Check us out. Thank you, each and every one of you. You guys are the shit. Until next time, I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation!